Hi, how are you doing today? Welcome to Pagan Goddess Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing the February 2021 reading for the zodiac sign of Gemini. Sorry, excuse me. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is pull a card from the Spirit Oracle, Animal Oracle deck. I do pre-shuffle my cards so you don't have to listen to a lot of or a lot of shuffling. Okay, we have Cow Spirit, and it says the miracles are endless. All right, the miracles are endless. Okay, and then we have the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. Okay, I'm going to pull two of these. And this is the arrow. It says surround yourself with protective energy. Okay. Now the reason I do the oracle cards is they're very powerful messages within themselves. But most of the time they coordinate, not always, but most of the time they coordinate with the tarot portion of the reading. Alright, so we have the Shield Maiden. It says to make plans and focus. Alright, this portion of the reading is going to be a 5-position spread. It is past, present, future. We have advice from Spirit, and then the most probable outcome if you follow Spirit's advice. Wow. Gemini, you had heartbreak in the past. Okay. Fine. Let's see what's the present for Gemini, please. What's the present? So this is the Eight of Shields. This is abundance, and this is hard work in creating abundance. If you look, the ships are still out there. This is something that you, these are things that you set forward, intentions that you set forward, and they haven't come in yet, but they are still out there bouncing around and gaining momentum. In the meantime, instead of just waiting for them to come in, you're busy building your abundance. Okay. Okay, in the future, what's the future for Gemini? All right, well, I got two cards for that one. One is walking away. Okay, which is not necessarily a bad. That does not mean you physically have to walk away from everything. This is just like walking away from all the burdens. You're just putting it down for a little while. You're going to rest and recharge. Again, you see the ships are still out there in the horizon. They're just a little further out. Okay, and it, you know, we don't know. Those cauldrons may be filled with salt water. But whatever it is, he's going up into the mountain to rest. He's going to recharge his batteries. And I think that may be what you're needing, because you're trying to hold on to something. Okay, and that could be your money, that could be your finances, careers, home, whatever it is, or someone. Okay, so, okay. And what is Spirit's advice, please? What's Spirit's advice for Gemini, please? What is Spirit's advice for Gemini? Oh, wow. Knight of Wands. So, this speaks of passion, creation. The wands and the fire signs are, the wands are just known for that. They're dynamic, they're energetic, they go-getters, their determination. And this is either communication coming in, or this is you starting to communicate that you're determined to move forward now. And that you and that see that's coming after the rest. And that Spirit's advice is to move forward. It's time to move forward. And I think that's where, going up into the mountains is, I mean, you don't literally have to do that. You can do that at home in your own mind. It's taking a break from all the fear and heartache. Okay? And basically you go up there, you find yourself. Okay? And that's where you start to make your plans and focus. Okay? And that's what it's where you find yourself. It's where you find your wish fulfilled, what you truly want. What you truly want. Sometimes it's not what you think it is. Okay? And then you can find your path from there. Okay? And if you can do that, then you'll have this. This is equilibrium. It's balance. It's abundance. You can see the hen and the boar. There's a legend about them, but for this reading, I would just say more abundance and balance. You've got there. She's got 1 foot on the land. She's got 1 foot in the water. The two cauldrons that she's holding. The water is equally balanced between the two, but it's at an angle that typically is not normal. Like it's against the laws of physics. If you look in the background, you have the two towers. That's the gateway to the spirit realm. And you have the rainbow. There's a promise there. Okay? And you notice that the rainbow goes from each pillar from one pillar to the other. Sorry, I'm having trouble articulating today, I guess. And at the bottom of the deck, it's telling you to it's the Queen of Swords. Okay, and see, she's very high up. Look, but she has that promise too. All right, so she's connected to the water. Okay, she's very high up in the air. She has a higher perspective of everything. Actually, the picture of the king, you can see that the birds in the canopy are way below him. Okay, and they've been through a lot to get where they were. She's been through a lot. She's a good advisor. She will give you her opinion on how you should handle a situation if you ask her, but she's not going to sit there and let you wallow in your misery. She doesn't have the patience for that. Okay? And so that's where you should be making your plans. This creative energy, this is something, making your plans. It's going to keep you balanced. When you're in that Queen's energy, you learn to hold on to the promise, but you learn to cut the things out of your life that don't serve you anymore. Okay? So I am going to clarify this with that was the Celtic Tarot, by the way. And I'm going to clarify those cards with the Marchetti Tarot Royale. They're beautiful cards. Okay, so in the past you were tending a pentacle, as they call this card. You were nurturing something. You were caring for something. You were looking over it and watching it and, watering it and fertilizing it and making sure it had the best environment to grow. Okay? Let me move these down a little bit. Okay? One more for the Three of Swords, please. Please clarify the Three of Swords. Okay. And the Six of Swords. So now you're moving on to calmer waters from that heartache. Okay. And then you have the Eight of Shields in the present. So you have your ships, they're already sent out. But they're not quite back yet. And you can't count on just that. So you've applied yourself and you've mastered your craft enough to bring some abundance. Bring in abundance, okay? And what you're working for is stability. Okay, now this may be stability with someone or without. Typically, that means the foundation of a home. Okay. One more for Gemini for the Eight of Shields, please. The Devil. Okay. And so it's cautioning you that if you're getting into a relationship right now, and especially if it's a very passionate relationship, just know that it can become toxic. It doesn't mean that it is toxic. And this could also mean bad habits. Maybe too much alcohol, too much, or, you know, a lot of people have taken their prescriptions the wrong way. So it can be, it's obsessive behavior is what it is. Okay. It's don't be, you know, you can be addicted like a workaholic. Which it could be very true because it's, you know, it's clarifying the abundance card. Sorry. I don't know why. I've just been so tired the last couple of days. I can barely talk during these readings. So it doesn't mean that it is, or that this person is not good for you, that they're devil. It just means that this could, you just have to be cautious that it doesn't turn toxic, okay? All right. Now, it shows you in the future walking away because you were holding on to something, and that something might be that toxicity. It could be a relationship, or again, it could be too much work, too much of anything is not good for you, okay? So that's why you're walking away. You're trying to find your balance. And here you have the Two of Swords. So that is change coming in. Some kind of change. But you're guarded. Okay. But you're balanced. And you can stay there for a little while. But typically this is showing her over a beach. Sitting on a beach. And the tide's coming in. You can't stay there forever. Okay. You have to face your fears. That's the moon. You have to face whatever these fears are. And you can do that better if you're resting and if you have some rest. So when you start to rest and reflect and go inside of yourself, this is retreat, but same difference, then you can face your fears. You even see what your fears are. A lot of times you don't even know what your fears are. You're just afraid. You have that overall anxiety. And that'll help you because you're actually thinking about the past and what happened and what you needed to know, okay? And then it helps you find what's going to truly make you happy, and that helps you step onto your path. And it could be because you're holding on to something. So let's clarify this a little bit more. Let's see what the rest of that meaning is. Yeah. Okay, so you're mourning. You're still grieving over something that was lost. And it's time to really go in and think about it and look at your fears and deal with the grief and the suffering. Okay, you have to definitely go through the stages. And then when you stand up, you have the Two Cups behind you, but more than that, this is the way to the Ten of Pentacles. And a lot of people get stuck there and they stay there forever. They don't move on. And, you know, there's a time, I don't remember the name. There's a quote in the Bible, and it's just good wisdom. And there's a time and a season for everything. Okay, so don't cling to the pain. You have to heal it and release it. Okay, because life is about celebrating. Celebration of life. That's why we have holidays, so that we can pass the seasons. You know, that's why we have Halloween, and then we have the holidays. You know, it's whatever religion you follow or don't follow, they're markers in life, okay? They mark the seasons, the spring, the death, the rebirth, okay? And you need to celebrate life, okay? So Spirit's advice is to be creative. You have some kind of passionate message coming in, and that could be in business and that can be in love. But it's telling you to love yourself first. This person has conquered all the cups energies all the way up to the 9. He doesn't have love yet, but he's not really looking for it. He's happy within himself. He's not looking for external love to validate himself. He's already validated because he loves himself. Okay. And then one more for the Knight of Wands, please. One more for the Knight of Wands. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. All right, and when you love yourself, it's much easier to create. And what she's done is she's kind and nurturing, but she's very practical. She likes her finery, don't get me wrong, but her gardens always grow because she knows when, what, where, how. She's practical. She's methodical. Her kingdom is going to be abundant. She knows to plant different types of crops in case there's a crop failure. Then nobody starves. She knows how to build the empire. She knows how to bring in trade, and these are things that you need to know in your everyday life. How do you run your life? How do you amass abundance? Okay. And how do you find equilibrium? How do you find your balance? Okay. So we have equilibrium and we have the Queen of Wands. So this is either passion or creativity or both. It can be both. So it's telling you to use that Queen of Wands energy. She's very dynamic. She's creative. She gets what she goes after because she knows what she wants and she knows how to get it. And I don't mean it like she just gets everything because she wants. No, she knows how to work for it. She knows how to get it. If she wants the firewood from here to here, well, usually she's a queen, so she would have somebody do that for her. But the point is, she knows how to pick it up and move it herself too. Okay, and whatever this is the potential beginning for a lot of abundance. All right. And at the bottom of this deck, we have victory. That is a victory. Okay. And let me see about the Queen of Swords. Now, this is talking about, that's 3 queens that we've pulled here. Okay. So be very mindful of that heavy, of that strong feminine energy, because that's showing here in this card. You Shield Maiden. It's telling you to make plans and focus. Focus that creativity and it'll bring your abundance in, is what it's telling you. Now, the Queen of Swords is, okay, you're looking back at something with nostalgia. That's what the Six of Cups is about. Okay, and let's see what the other card is before I start clarifying that. Okay, you can look back with nostalgia because, you've ended a cycle. This is a scary card. I don't know why it scares everybody. It's over. You've already been through it. This cycle has ended. There's no place to go but up. Okay? There's no place to go but up. And that's what the Queen of Swords is saying. The miracles are endless. You just have to let them in. You finished this complete cycle, and it's okay. It's okay for you to be nostalgic, but they don't want you staying in this 5 of Cups energy where you're grieving the loss. Okay, and you will get where you have nostalgia like that. All right. And it's the High Priestess. It's telling you to follow your intuition, because if you do, and you just have to remember, the miracles really are endless. You're going to have victory. All right? So let's get a couple Archangel cards. There we go. One more, Spirit, please. All right. Crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Okay? And that goes back to where I was talking about the intentions when you're sending your ships out, so to speak. One more for Gemini. Nurture, and it says, Archangel Gabriel, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. Okay, and this could be actually nurturing another child, or actually nurturing a child, or that could be anything. That could be that little dream that you've been nurturing. So you've been nurturing something from the past, since the past, whatever it was. You've got that little spark of hope. There's something there. Okay, and it could very well be a child, but it could be just your own inner child too. And then the bottom of this deck is Archangel Michael. It says, remember who you are. You are a powerful, loving, creative child of God. And you're very loved. Okay? And I think that's a very good way to start that off, or finish that reading off. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And then hit the little icon. When you do that, it helps the channels grow exponentially, okay? And it's really amazing. I mean, like, I come home and I can't believe what I'm seeing on there sometimes. In a good way. It's in a very, very good way. So, I'm going to be doing the extended on Patreon, and I am working on other avenues to get readings out to you. Okay? So, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. And have a great day.